The camera just shut down on me again. So I've got to start again. This is number 4th time. So, collective, there needs to be a release of some sort of negative energy, okay, or some sort of addictions, or something that somebody is holding on to, all that does not serve you. Let it go, right? With forgiveness of oneself and for others that may have trespassed against you. Purify yourself, detox, right? Whoever's listening needs this message, and I'm trying to do it quickly because it keeps shutting off on me for some reason. And this will bring inner peace. But one needs to release with forgiveness, purify oneself to bring inner peace, and that will open a gateway to action. And I get camera, action. Yeah. It's going to bring something. There's going to be inner peace, and then there's going to be action, right? So first release with forgiveness, purifying oneself, bringing inner peace. It's going to open a gateway, and then there's going to be action for this new cycle. Whatever we want it to be. Okay, let's try again. Hopefully this will keep going. So clarify the release. Clarify the release, please, Spirit. The devil, was it? You're the devil in disguise. Oh yes, you are the devil in disguise. The devil in disguise. Oh, the devil in disguise. So somebody needs to release some addictions or any devilish behaviour, whatever it may be. Okay? Okay, with forgiveness. Yeah, cutting something out. That's cutting out addictions or, you know, whatever it is. Releasing something that somebody might be hanging on to, you know, like just whatever doesn't serve you, right? In this new cycle. Forgiveness, purification. When we have a battle, so somebody's battling this, being able to release. Somebody's finding this difficult, right? To purify themselves. It's a battle for this person. Whoever I'm reading for, there's a battle here to cut some sort of addiction out. But with this needs to be an acknowledgement of why this is here in the first place. And if it's because somebody had trespassed against this, whoever I'm talking to, there needs to be a release with forgiveness of a person or yourself or something, whatever it is, to purify oneself. But I can see here somebody is battling with this. Somebody's finding this very, very difficult to purify themselves. This could be an addiction. Purify. Yeah, this is a great burden for somebody. They're finding this very, very difficult to hold back from. Yeah, so somebody's finding it very, very difficult to hold back from whatever this is that they need to release. This is an addiction of some sort. My phone is just telling me that it can't send a message, and I haven't sent a message. And it was just taking photos of me, and it was just shutting off when I was in the middle of things. And then turning on again, like it's like something's messing with my phone. So somebody's unstable here because they're finding it difficult to release whatever it is that they're battling with. This is a burden, and they're finding it hard to purify themselves and get inner peace. Inner peace, clarify. There's an offer. Yeah, somebody needs to put up their boundaries because somebody's making an offer to bring them peace, because it's such a battle for this person to give up whatever it is they need to give up. they need to isolate themselves because somebody is here, is saying, oh, I'll give you inner peace here, look, here, take this, you know, like, it's someone needs to put the boundary up because somebody's trying to, you know, give them what they need to be releasing from, to give them inner peace, or give them a short-term peace, and then they're going to need it again, and then they're going to need it again. You understand? It needs to be cut out. This is the only way they're going to get through this gateway, otherwise they're going to be stuck and they're going to be bound forever. Yeah, so somebody's finding this very, very difficult to put this to rest. It's not over. This is somebody really struggling with an addiction. But they're not going to make it through the gateway if they don't. This is an exposure here. Somebody's working hard and they're bound to whatever this is. And somebody keeps giving them an offer. This could be a King of Cups. But this is a message now, that this is the message for somebody that needs to release whatever it is they're needing to release to get through this gateway, this portal. This portal is now. Nibiru is coming. Nibiru is going to bring that 3 days of darkness. When Nibiru comes, and people have been seeing it apparently, it's a planet. It comes between the Earth and the Sun, and it's going to block out the Sun for like 3 days. So people are going to go into a panic, but Spirit's saying not to panic, right? I got this message from somebody else sharing a message today, and you know, they were telling us to share her message. And so there'll be 3 days of the darkness, and then there'll be a tribulation. But before that, Spirit was saying to there'll be an earthquake right before, and there's going to be like a whole lot of electrical current going between the planets. So it's going to be like a spectacle in the sky. And so when that happens, everybody's been told that listens to go inside and close the doors and take your family with you. But to tell your family prior to it happening, so when it happens, they know to go and close themselves indoors with you for the duration of the 3 days and stay there. You know, make sure you got water and some food, unless you're going to fast. Because all the electronics and everything is going to be shut down for those days. That'll all come back again when it comes back on again. But then it's going to be different when it all gets put back on again. There'll be the mark of the beast and all that sort of stuff coming into fruition, apparently. Okay. So anyway, when this happens, now you know, because you've been told that to do that, right? And not to come out or let anyone in when you're in that darkness, because everyone's just going to go crazy, okay? So people will be violent, there'll be demons out there and going crazy because they can't get anything, because they hadn't heard the word, right? So we have a Queen of Swords and a Fool and a partnership. So somebody might be wanting a new beginning with a Queen of Swords, but this person has to release this devil energy, which is this addiction, and they need to forgive themselves and purify themselves so that they can actually bring an offer to, apparently, this Queen of Swords, and to open a gateway. So this is a new gateway. So this, when after this, all this goes down with the 3 days of darkness, there'll be the tribulation after that. So those people who have purified themselves and those people who are in the upright, they will they'll be allowed through the gateway as such. But nobody's going to be allowed through the gateway if they're not clean, right? If they haven't, repented or given up their addictions or their bad behaviour, their theft, their, you know, all that immoral sort of stuff, you know. You know what that is. You know, people don't go around, you know, people know what it is. Whatever it is for you, right? Gateway. Clarify the gateway. It's not going to be open if they don't, right? The wounded warrior. And the Three of Pentacles, because it's going to go down. This is the darkness. This is giving a fall of the establishment or the system as it is. Because once this goes down, the gateway opens, and then it'll be action. The Hermit. The world, it's not over. So, with the Hermit here and the world being in reverse, the cycle's not ended yet of being in Hermit for the collective. Yeah, to not take any offers, stay in Hermit, in the Hangman. Yeah, refrain. Yeah. Okay, so this is this is the this thing keeps falling in front of me. I'm trying to speak loud enough into it, but at the same time I don't want it in front of my face, all right? One day I'll get it sorted when I'm in the right space. Okay, clarify the action. Oh yeah, look, the Tower. And there's the darkness. See the darkness all the way around? There's going to be earthquakes and darkness. This is soon. I don't know how soon, I don't know, right? But it's here. It's coming out here. Now, I've seen the lady in the video, and then I did this, and now it's coming out here. So, you know, she got the message. She got the message, and now I'm getting the message. And I've tried to do this 4 times, and then got stopped. We've got the Lovers, 10 of Pentacles, the Abundance, somebody juggling. King of Pentacles is in reverse. This person's juggling money and sex. This is addictions. They're not a star. These are the ones that are going to fall. They need to repent. All right? This is the whole system. The Devil. Clarify the Devil. The Empress in reverse. This is like lust. The motherly figure in reverse. This is like a lustful energy. Yeah. 6 of Wands. Lying. Somebody been, okay. Oh, and then we've got the High Priestess in reverse. And the Hierophant in reverse. This is the lies about, these are, oh my gosh. This is, wow. Look, this is the establishment. We've got a Hierophant in reverse with the 10 of Swords, the High Priestess in reverse with the Ace of Swords, the lies of the establishment that is. This represents the church. This is not it. This is the 6 of Wands. Wow, how that came out, right? This is like the masculine and the feminine in reverse. After this victory, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, somebody didn't care. The King of Swords in reverse. These are all in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Look, all these reverses with this Page of Cups. Offerings. Offerings, untempered. Untempered offerings. With the Ace of Pentacles. This King of Swords is going through karma. They may have, somebody might have bribed somebody here. So this is all those kind of things. Karma. Somebody didn't care. Somebody may want to apologise. It could be a Queen of Pentacles. This could be somebody repenting or trying to before it's too late. Because that's it, you know, repenting, clearing one's energy, doing the work, doing what needs to be done to clear your energy, to purify oneself. There's death and justice. The end of justice, or justice. Well, this is the end of the cycle and justice is here. Yep, put it that way. The end, this is the end of the establishment and justice is here. This is death here. This is a victory over this establishment. The lies and the Ten of Swords. Weaknesses. Weaknesses. These are people that have lied, they have been lustful, they have addictions, they are thieves, they tried to win over, they took bribes, all of those things, right? But this is the end of that. There's a death to that, because justice is here over this weaknesses. Somebody might be, yeah, and then stability, the land of milk and honey, the gateway. That's the gateway, right? The gateway is giving up those things and purifying oneself. Everybody's got the opportunity to do that now, right? The Holy Spirit is saying that people have got time to do it now, but they've got to do it now because it's coming. Because there's going to be this opening, and then it's going to, you know, be the big tower, the action, the tower, the storm. See? So all those people, we've got the Empress in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Swords in the upright, the Hierophant in reverse. So these are like false prophets. They thought they had a victory, but it's over for them. And this is justice, because they were weak. But here's the gateway for those that repent. Right? Coming out as the wounded warrior. The temptations here with the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's finding it very difficult to give up their temptations because they're not very strong. They're the wounded. The Magician is here. Somebody's not walking away. Somebody invested in something here. Yeah, it's not, whatever they invested in, it's not coming to fruition. And this is an Empress in reverse. So this is somebody who was not in the upright. This is somebody who invested in planting the wrong seeds, because they've gone from the Seven of Pentacles, the seeds that they planted have come out in reverse. So this has given me like, I just heard pestilence, you know, so they're losing their seed. They're losing their seed, I just heard. Oh, this is like, oh my goodness. This is, you know, barrenness. This person's barren. This is losing the seed, or somebody, or planting the seeds but not coming to fruition. It's like barren. It's sterile. So something's sterile here. It's making somebody sterile and not fruitful. Ace of Cups is in reverse because they're infected. I just heard that just because of this devil energy, this lustful energy has made them barren. So the Two of Swords to the High Priestess, please, in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. This is a witch. The High Priestess in reverse. Somebody posing. So somebody's not getting the message. Somebody's not getting a message. They're going through karma. Yeah, they don't get it. They're no star. It could be an Aquarius energy. Somebody's single. Or somebody, this is somebody else. This is the land of milk and honey here. Yeah, if it's given up, right? I've got to give up. The land, this is the promised land. And this is also abstinence. This is also, you know, abstinence, what's the word? Sobriety, abstinence, sobriety, and chaste, you know, chaste. I can't think of the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? This person is not getting that message. Somebody's not got the message. So, I don't know, there's still lies here with this Five of Swords, and they've got no cups, no love, no... They could be trying to... So somebody here could be trying to like cover their ass by telling lies, but it's not working. A King of Pentacles, it's been about the money, it's pretend love. Page of Cups, Page of Cups, this is a pretend love. Page of Cups in reverse, yeah, it's an illusion. And options, it's immature. I've got this coffee and it's mushroom, and it's got mushroom in it. It's got these wild mushrooms in the coffee. Not like magic mushrooms, just normal, you know, mushrooms. But they're like wild mushrooms. We've got the sun, this is exposure here. We've got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. We've got 10-10. So, yep. Spirit's saying this has been looked at, this has been investigated, this has been seen by God, right? What people were doing with the Ten of Swords. Somebody's been investigated. Somebody could have actually Ten of Swords, somebody like for real. There's an investigator here, the Hermit, but Spirit, the world here, it's not ended. They've been exposed. They're being exposed. The Hermit. Spirit is saying to go within and heal. The Fool and the Three of Swords. Spirit is to go and heal. Go into Hermit for a new beginning. One needs to heal the heart. The hearts are being weighed, is what I heard. Somebody's very burdened by this because they've Ten of Swords somebody, or they've Ten of Swords themselves. Sabotage. A new beginning. This is light-hearted. This can also be like somebody not giving a shit, you know, they're just going blindly and not caring. They're just going, oh yeah, like whatever, this is just another conspiracy, or this is just another end of the world scenario. But it's not the end of the world, it's not what we're saying. It's a warning. So when these things happen, you'll know because you've heard it, right? Okay, the Hierophant in reverse, and we've got the Queen of Swords. Somebody holding back the Hierophant. We've got the Queen of Swords, not moving to calmer waters. Queen of Swords, clarify. This is lustful. Passionate. This can be a wish fulfillment, or this is with the Magician at the bottom of the deck here with the Two of Wands. We've got alchemy. Somebody's not paying it. Somebody's not desirous. Somebody's not desirous for something. They're holding back. But somebody is rushing in quickly, passionately. The Hierophant is in reverse. The Queen of Swords is stopping a Hierophant from coming in as the Knight of Wands. Because she's in between the two here. The Hierophant in reverse and the Knight of Wands. And then we've got this Queen of Swords in between the two. Holding something back. Somebody's holding something back. It could be holding back information. It could be holding back passion. Somebody being, to purify, right? To purify, one must hold back on their passions, which is usually their addictions, and, But we have this Knight of Pentacles here offering somebody something here for a Six of Wands. Clarify the Six of Wands. Yeah, here we have, this is the information, or this is the good news, that we have a balanced Queen of Pentacles. To Judgment, not walking away from the Lovers and the King of Cups. There's a King of Swords in reverse, the Lovers, right? No offer of love. A King of Pentacles, King of Cups, overindulging, or wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. We've got a King of Cups, King of Swords, Nine of Cups. This is the indulgences with the King of Pentacles in reverse, and an offer in reverse with the two of the Lovers. Not walking away from the Lovers. Not walking away from the money and the Lovers. The money and Lovers. They wouldn't walk away, and so now they're under judgment. Because the lust demon is here. They need to release this. The Queen of Pentacles. I was in regret. This could have been a bride. Somebody wanting a victory. Good news is here, but we have somebody in regret. This Queen of Pentacles who worked at something. Putting somebody out in the cold. They're under judgment. So this is something that somebody has to admit. So this is what somebody's been judged for, putting somebody else out in the cold, like working. But this is like giving me a bribe or something. Okay, we've got death. Clarify the death. Somebody's fighting death now. This is the angel of death somebody's fighting. They're wounded. They're wounded and they're fighting the angel of death. Because they didn't hold back. They took the Kool-Aid and now they're out in the cold. Or they put somebody else out in the cold. Seven of Wands, and now they're being defensive. And here we have an Emperor. Somebody defended an Emperor who could be passed away. Moving to calmer waters. An Emperor could be holding up their guard and against death, the death angel, and they could be moving to calmer waters here. They may be actually doing what they should be doing here. They are a wounded warrior here, but something's not over. But I feel like somebody is trying to fight this because they see the sun at the gateway. Somebody's trying to gain strength. So justice is here, justice. Here we have the King of Cups is going to be successful in getting to the gateway. This is justice. And they are going to get to the land of the milk and honey. The Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment. And that's here with stability after they gain strength. And they've been battling the Five of Swords, being exposed. Well, this is somebody being jealous of somebody's strength. Weakness, a King of Pentacles is jealous. A King of Pentacles was weak because he was all about the money, he was all about what he could get. And he never seen the Tower coming because he didn't listen. He was arrogant and manipulative, and he was jealous, and he was hateful. He was weak. King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is not an upright person. This person is greedy. King of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, a King of Wands. So we have a King of Pentacles and a King of Wands. Coming in quickly, Knight of Swords. I'm not going to take those two in. Moving quickly, they might want to partner up with somebody. Page of Swords, they don't know something. be they're looking for somebody to drop their guard here. They're looking for some sort of like I don't know. They're missing some sort of knowledge about the lovers. Somebody might be here. Four of Wands. Untempered. I'm just going to check what's going on here. Let me pause. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that. I've got some people come to stay the night in our campsite, so I just had to sort them out. So, anyway, yeah, oh look, I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in reverse here. Somebody could have been paying for some love. You know what I mean? Anyway, we have an establishment here as untempered. I almost said tampered, but it's tempered, untempered establishment. There was a weak establishment here, and I almost said tampered. Tampered. I don't like to even say it, but we do have some dodgy energy here that could have been paying for Ace of Cups. They've got nothing coming in now. A Queen of Cups, a mother, independent, longing, a family member, or something from the past. What is this Temperance in reverse? Lovers. We have a Page of Pentacles and the Lovers. Like I said, somebody could have been paying for love. We've got two kings here who were weak and they're moving in quickly. But we've got justice coming in with the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. We have an Emperor who has abstained and has kept his guard up, moving to calmer waters. This could be this King of Cups, bringing justice to this establishment that is a tower. This is the fall. This is like Babylonian. This is like Babylon coming down, man. Fuck. Excuse my language, but whoa. So these people that may have been paying for love, we've got two kings here. It could be a Leo, or this could just represent, you know, a whole lot of establishments, like business, all about the money. Their weakness is money. This is authorities. This could be the, you know, the authorities with the king, with the Knight of Swords rushing in here, under being ordered by these kings to take something. What are they taking? What are they taking? What was this king? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Clarify the Knight of Swords. To put somebody out in the cold. So this establishment is moving quickly to try and put somebody else out in the cold. To put somebody into the Five of Pentacles. I just about heard again. What is the Page of Pentacles with the Lovers? We have a Knight of Cups in reverse. Fake love. It's like paying for love. King of Swords in reverse. Overindulgence. This is their wish fulfillment. A Page of Swords. Naive. Someone naive. They're paying for naive. Five of Swords. Oh my God. This is somebody paying for fake love, for these young energies, naive energies. Just Five of Swords. Overindulge. It's going to keep them stuck. They never refused a mother. I never refused a mother, I said. So in this house, this establishment, somebody was untempered, bribing somebody. I'm getting like young energies, naive energies, illusions of love, lying, causing illusions and burdens, and Ten of Swordsing. The vulnerable. We have a Thief in reverse. Thief in reverse, clarify this Thief in reverse. And Wheel of Fortune. So this Knight of Cups coming in the reverse, it's almost like reversing the offer. Then somebody, you know, the wheel is turning. Queen of Wands here. Three of Cups. I was about to say Pentacles. So somebody could be going to jail, and this is their judgment. This could be a Queen of Wands, could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or a Aries. No. Yeah. It looks like they could be going to jail for partying too much. This is their judgment. They've got nothing coming in. No partnerships. Magic in reverse. So their magic is no longer working. Judgment's here. Oh. So somebody's going to make it through the gateway. This is the repentance with the Seven of Swords here in reverse, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune is the repentance. But it looks like somebody tried to buy their way out of something, and so you know, like they were indulging in this Three of Cups, this partying, in this establishment or house. So it looks like they might be going to jail, and that's their karma. Wait, don't chew on that. Sorry, it's my dog. So, no. She's ready for bed. She's getting restless. She keeps knocking it. We've got prison at the bottom of the neck. So here's this Queen of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands, please. Clarify the Queen of Wands. A lot of money. Now, what is this lot of money? Is this somebody getting a lot of money, or is this somebody who's spent a lot of money? They pay. Because it looks like there's a lot of bribes going on. The living room in reverse. Clarify the Three of Cups. Hope. Somebody trying to knock somebody out of their spot, and they're trying to pay someone to put someone into jail. Well, who's this Lovers? Somebody with no gifts. Well, they wanted to take somebody's gifts away. Well, they're not going to get what they're after. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. A new beginning for somebody who is not a thief. So this is for somebody who's not, who has recognised their ill ways. They're having a new beginning because they repented. This is the thief in reverse. The court. They made a judgment and they acted. So this is like the gateway. They released, they forgave, they purified, they became at peace, and it opened a gateway to action. To the Wheel of Fortune is the action. So now they reap what they sow, right? Because they did the right thing. Somebody had murky thoughts, the authorities. Clarify the Page of Pentacles with Untempered and the Four of Wands. Somebody not moving from an establishment, somebody not changing their ways. Was trying to bribe someone. This is the person that's going to jail. This Queen of Wands could actually be the person who's getting the new beginning. A house. The establishment. Somebody's going to jail and somebody is getting a new house. A new establishment. this is like a whole new system. Clarify the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Expectation. Weak. Expectation. A meeting. So a King of Pentacles in reverse and a King of Wands had a meeting about coming towards somebody and knocking them out of their spot. Clarify this King of Cups. High honour. The King of Cups is in high honour. And he's getting the Ten of Cups. And he's coming in as justice. And these other two that were weak, that took bribes, are having a meeting because it looks like the police are coming. And they could be put out in the cold. So somebody's got their guard up here. Clarify this Emperor. An Emperor is going through grief. They want to move to calmer waters. They've got their Seven of Wands and death. Seven of Wands, they're fighting death. They're fighting the military. They're the wounded warrior. Somebody's fighting the military, fighting death, the wounded warrior. The authorities. Somebody fighting the authorities. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. The Lovers. Somebody's love. Good news. Somebody's in regret for being someone's lover. They wanted accolades. So somebody might have they took an offer and they worked. What is the work here? Eight of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. The main female that was married to someone here could have been married to this Emperor that is now fighting the military or the officials. They worked together here and somebody regrets that. So this is a Queen of Pentacles who regrets being married or working with somebody who, but they wanted accolades, they wanted the money. They worked with a Emperor here that was weak. Clarify this Hierophant, please, in reverse. Occupation. Somebody was a spiritual leader, but they're in reverse and they're holding back. A Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Could be ending somebody or ending an occupation. They could be an authority. They could have lost a job. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Yeah, somebody held back somebody's occupation. A Knight of Wands is sick. Somebody's sick. Somebody could be passing away sick. This could be their karma. Because they were a Hierophant in reverse, this could be, like the false prophet, right? He's getting sick. is sick and they're going to pass away. Well, they already have, because this is the Hierophant who was fighting death here. So somebody is fighting death. They lost their job and now they're fighting death because of what they did in their impulsive actions. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Somebody wanted to take out a rich girl. They're burdened by this. This is we have an investigation. So, did I not say somebody was going to jail? If somebody's not heartbroken about this, they're just going on their merry way. The Fool. False person. So this is the person that's going to be going through a tower. Someone tried to take out a rich girl and burdened them and put them in jail for being a false person. On the other hand, somebody tried to take out a rich girl and now they've been investigated and they're going to go to jail for being a false person. Take it as it resonates. There's big luck here. Somebody wanted some big luck in some sort of battle. The lies, the Page of Cups. Change. There was lies and illusions. Page of Cups in reverse is like fake love, fake like lies, fake love, fake. It's coming out with change. Well, this is the authorities that lied about some sort of big love. Authorities that lied. They caused illusions. This could have been these authorities, the false prophets, right? So this is like people that have given false testimony. Somebody tried to get big luck by giving false testimony in a legal matter. Clarify this High Priestess in reverse. They expected money. This person's not a star. Expectation. Expect money. This person expected to get money, to get this big luck for giving false testimony, which is false prophet. To put this rich girl in jail. A star in reverse could be an Aquarius who lied, blocked some sort of information, murky thoughts, or they distorted, somebody distorted some information here. False testimony, distorted information. Clarify the Devil, the Empress in reverse. Clarify a pleasant letter with the Devil and the Empress in reverse. What is a pleasant letter? A good lady. Somebody thought somebody was a good lady on a long road. I haven't got enough cards here. I'm going to have to clarify this with some more cards because that's probably can't give us the right information. So let me do that again with another deck. Well, I'll pick these ones up again. Just a minute. No, I want to. No, I'll get another deck because I want to be able to see what I've got here. Unexpected money. Lies, murky thoughts. Okay, get another bit. Clarify the Empress with the Devil. Empress in reverse with the Devil. Clarify the Devil with the Empress in reverse. This is what somebody invested in. Somebody had to release what they invested in. Yeah, this is the Seven of Pentacles. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, the investment. Yeah, there was no victory in this investment. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Illusions. There was only illusions. We've got 777 here. This is illusions. I just heard illusions of grandeur. Somebody had an illusions of grandeur with what they were investing in. They had themselves up on a pedestal. Clarify more about this devil energy. False. False witness, I heard. Somebody beared false witness. Battle's over. Yep. So let's go back and clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the establishment in reverse, the Queen of Cups, didn't care. For somebody? They're not broken-hearted. Well, somebody is not broken-hearted over this Queen of Cups that was the partner of this Emperor that could have been weak and has got death coming to them through an illness because they lost it. They may have lost a job. This is a Four of Pentacles here. Yeah, holding back. So the Four of Pentacles is clarifying the Four of Pentacles holding back somebody's work, to end somebody's work. This was a Hierophant in reverse. So this is like somebody ungodly, you know, like, but they were posing as, they could be like a religious leader or something. They were trying to end somebody's occupation with impulsive action. Now they're getting sick. And they are fighting death. They want to move to calmer waters. But then we have this man of high honour here with this King of Cups, who's bringing justice. Clarify this man of honour, high honour. So this could be like a judge or something. King of Cups, the establishment, or a new establishment. This is just. That's too many. I'll put them ones back. Yeah, this is like a stable person here. After this fall with the Tower, clarify the Tower, clarify the Tower, the Ten of Swords. After that, Ten of Swords, clarify the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Could be like Archangel Michael. Clarify this Knight of Swords. And had a meeting in the establishment, the Three of Pentacles is reversed. The Five of Swords. So this has been, this is over, this battle is over. The battle is over. I just heard the gateway is closed. So if people haven't repented for what they've done already, the gateway's closed. And there's going to be a new establishment. Clarify the Knight of Cups with the lot. Yeah, no love. Yeah, there was no love in this situation. There was a meeting to put somebody out in the cold. 2 Kings. King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Clarify the meaning. Impulse. Somebody's new beginning. Nine of Cups, this is their wish fulfillment. Well, they overindulged in cutting someone out and making somebody sad. Well, now they're sad about this, cutting somebody out. They cut somebody out and left them out in the cold by bearing false witness or receiving false witness. You know, going along with it. There was no love in this situation. Somebody was not a thief and they're getting a new beginning. The child with the Wheel of Fortune, they're getting an offer. What is this? The Knight of Pentacles, the offer. Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. So this could be a business person or somebody passionate. Somebody's passionate about this Queen of Wands. Somebody's passionate about giving an offer to a Queen of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Swords. They might be in their head about it, but Eight of Swords. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Somebody's in their head or suffering. Somebody could be somebody's single and self-sufficient here, but somebody wanted to take away somebody's sovereignty. They want to bind somebody here. 3 of Cups, clarify. 3 of Cups, clarify the 3 Cups. The 3 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. So somebody's waiting for something to come in, but somebody refused or missed an opportunity. I think this Queen of Wands is going to celebrate, but somebody feels like they've missed an opportunity. But there is cause here to celebrate. Somebody has not missed an opportunity. This person could have been in their head about this situation, but this looks like somebody's got the wheel turning in their favour. Nine of Pentacles. Somebody walking away. What are they walking away from? because they walked away from partying. 3 of Cups. So this person like refused the Kool-Aid, right? They refused the temptation. So now they've got the Wheel of Fortune because they refused the temptation. 3 of Cups. Queen of Wands. The King of Cups is here. So the King of Cups is this honourable person. Is bringing the balance with the 6 of Pentacles, and that's someone's karma, someone's dharma, someone's getting the Wheel of Fortune. That's awesome. So somebody, and somebody else is going to jail. The 4 of Swords. It's the end of the battle. The Knight of Cups. Somebody's wounded. They took a gamble, but they didn't win. Somebody in someone's family, a Queen of Pentacles, is in regret. So a Queen of Pentacles is in regret, and they may be the ones going to jail. Whilst I believe somebody in the collective who has refused the temptation is getting an offer, and it's going to celebrate because they walked away from the temptations. So now they've got the Wheel of Fortune coming. So that's it, collective. I just said the Wheel of Fortune coming right like 10 of Pentacles, bang. Collective. How cool is that? Oh. And then the Ace of Pentacles. This is big, man. This is coming from the Holy Spirit. Because the temptation was chaste. Chaste? Chaste. Somebody chastised. Somebody purified themselves. And it opened the gateway to this action, you know, to this blessings, the Wheel of Fortune. Because they refused the temptation. They actually, we've got a curse breaker here. So let's finish off. Yeah, let's finish off with maybe a who's who. Okay, so who is involved here? So what has this been about? Or this is like a collective. Somebody's in-law, so this is getting personal. In-law or cousin? Who's here? Family. So somebody could have been battling with someone's family, their in-laws. Who else is here? Who was in this battle? Oh my gosh, a lot of people, but look at they all just flew out on the floor. Damn, hang on. I'm not going to take them. Let's try again there. There's just too many all thrown out there. Well, there probably was just too many people here. We have a Sagittarius. Who else is here? Work, somebody at work. Or Sagittarius could have worked to do this, or church, false prophets. Oh, yeah, false witness. A Leo. Message. The messages. A niece. A Cheyenne. And a brother. Anyone else? The arts. Arts is here. Where's the arts here? The arts. the Scorpio. Could be in the arts. Somebody's son. Society. A society's son. We have a mother, CCC and police. We have the police. And the Crimes Commission. So we could have had corrupt police, which I feel we did. We had the corrupt police with the King of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse came out as the police, who may have something to do with somebody's brother. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. This is what's happening, and thank you for being here, and take it as it resonates. Just know that not everything is for everyone, so take it as it resonates and leave the rest. And thank you for being here. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for doing that, and donations is awesome, and I'll see you again in the next one.